You hear every word she says. You nod at the right times. You stay quiet while she talks, but she still says, "You're not listening to me." You're confused and frustrated because you heard everything. If this accusation stings because you know you were paying attention, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand the crucial difference between hearing and actually listening, and why that difference is destroying your connection. Here's the truth that most men miss. Hearing is passive. Listening is active. You can hear every word without listening to what she's really communicating. When your wife says, "You're not listening," she doesn't mean you didn't hear the words. She means you didn't connect with what those words meant to her emotionally. Hearing happens in your ears. Listening happens in your full presence. When you hear, you're processing words and facts. When you listen, you're tuning into emotions, needs, and what's happening underneath the surface. This is why you can repeat back exactly what she said and she'll still feel unheard. Here's the difference in action. She says, "I had such a frustrating day at work." Hearing sounds like, "That sucks. What's for dinner?" You heard the words, you acknowledged them, but you didn't listen. Listening sounds like, "That sounds really hard. What made it so frustrating?" You're not just registering the complaint. You're inviting her deeper into her experience. The actionable insight is this. Real listening has 3 parts. First, presence. Put down your phone, turn your body toward her, make eye contact. Second, curiosity. Ask questions that show you want to understand more. Third, reflection. Mirror back what you heard about her feelings, not just the facts. So you felt disrespected when he interrupted you in that meeting. Most men think listening means staying silent while she talks. That's just hearing with your mouth closed. Real listening is an active engagement with her inner world. It's asking follow-up questions. It's noticing the emotion behind the story. It's staying focused on her experience instead of thinking about what you'll say next. Here's why this matters so much. When you only hear, you're treating her words like information to be processed. When you actually listen, you're treating her like a person whose emotional experience matters. That's the difference between feeling like roommates who exchange updates and feeling like partners who truly know each other. The breakdown happens when you hear her complaint, but miss her need. She says, "The house is always a mess," and you hear criticism of your cleaning. But if you listen, you might hear, "I'm overwhelmed and need support." She says, "You're always on your phone," and you hear an attack. But if you listen, you might hear, "I miss feeling connected to you." Practice this today. The next time she shares something, resist the urge to immediately respond. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what is she feeling right now? Then ask her a question about that feeling. "It sounds like that really hurt you. Is that what's bothering you most?" This shifts you from hearing words to listening to her heart. Many men worry this means every conversation becomes heavy or takes forever. That's not true. Real listening often shortens difficult conversations because she feels understood faster. When you truly listen, she doesn't need to repeat herself or escalate to get through to you. She can share, feel heard, and move on. The transformation happens when your wife realizes you're not just processing her words. You're genuinely trying to understand her experience. She stops saying you never listen because you've shown her the difference between someone who hears and someone who truly listens. That difference is what turns communication from frustrating to connecting. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with in your communications with your wife. Click the link in the first comment or check my bio to discover an ebook that can help improve your communication with your wife.